Okay, so 9 and 10 talk about electronegativity and polar and nonpolar bonds, which is very different than polar and nonpolar molecules. Polarity, the word polarity means two poles, a positive end, a negative end. Okay, not just two charges, but two ends. One end's positive, one end's negative. That's what it means to be polar. If something's polarizing, you've got opposite opinions on each side. We see that a lot in the news today. You got polarizing groups. One group feels really strongly about this idea. The other group believes the opposite. So explain how electronegativity affects a bonding pair of electrons. Well, way back from chapter 6, we said electronegativity is how strongly an atom attracts electrons. So smaller atoms that have their nucleus closer to the electrons are going to be more electronegative. Atoms with a bigger positive charge on their nucleus are going to be more electronegative. So it affects a bond or a shared pair of electrons by pulling more strongly on the shared pair. So that means the electrons get pulled closer to the more electronegative atom in any bond. So if you look at the electronegativity chart, there are no two atoms with the exact same electronegativity. There's a lot of them with very close. It might only be 0.01 difference. But the only way you'd have truly equal sharing would be between the same bond. So truly equal or covalent bonds only occur between identical or same atoms. What's that? Yeah, it'd be the same as nonpolar. So truly equal or thank you, nonpolar covalent. Covalent basically implies nonpolar. Covalent means the word co or the prefix co means like cooperate, work together. So covalent implies equal sharing, whereas ionic is the most extreme case of not equal sharing. One atom actually takes the electrons from another. So you only get a nonpolar covalent bond between identical or same atoms. So a polar bond is between any two atoms of different elements. Because the electrons will spend more time with which atom? Polar bond will be between any two atoms of different elements because electrons will spend more time with which atom? The stronger or the more electronegative, yeah. That also means that end of the bond will be more negative. And the other end will be more positive. That's polarity. So when you have a positive end to something and a negative end to something. Batteries, they have a positive end and a negative end. That's polarity. So then a nonpolar bond between any two like atoms where the electrons spend, well, let's just say the electrons are equally shared and spend equal time with each atom. but it doesn't mean most molecules are. So when we're talking about whether or not a substance is polar, we're talking about the molecular shape. Does the molecular shape remain, keep the molecule remaining polar? Just because the bonds are polar doesn't mean that the molecule has a positive and negative end.